Hello everyone, my name's Brian, that's my brother Adam, and we are the Factional Fight Brothers. And I'm so happy that it is finally the holidays, because I get to turn my brain off.
Yeah, I love this time of year. This time of year always means one thing, and that is an insanely awesome event called the Impalong. So I'm really excited that, the holidays are here. I can relax, kick back my feet, do some imping at the Impalong, hang out with friends, meet new people. It's great fun. Great fun. So, are you ready to go to the Impalong? Brian?
What
You
are
there?
we doing?
Going to the Impalong. You ready?
Yeah, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm waiting for you at the boat. Come on. We're already late.
Oh, there you are. Alright, let's go. I'm ready.
Yay. Here we go.
Let's do this.
Did you make it onto the boat? Ah, there you are.
So, what does that mean exactly? We're going to something called the Impalong. Maybe you can discuss it a bit. What exactly is the Impalong for all those
We
players
did an
that have never
episode.
played?
We did an episode like about a year ago where, actually, it was many episodes where we went to last year's Impalong. And this was our first ever Impalong that we went to, and we covered it pretty much in detail. We had no idea what we were getting ourselves into, only speculation. But I think that after that experience, we can say with some pretty good certainty that we have a pretty clear idea how this one's going to go.
We do?
It's pretty much... Sorry, go ahead.
We do?
Yeah, sort of. We can... It's pretty much an event where newbies can bring their tools, drop them into forges and to bins, and the higher level players will pretty much imp your tools up for you to about level 70 or higher if you ask nicely. There's enchanting going on. There's events happening, sermons, priestly things. It's just a lot of fun.
That does sound like fun. Are we there yet?
And the only thing that I regret is that when we were noobs, there wasn't this event for us to imp our tools. By the time the first one came around, like our first one, we were already,
That's because we started the
veterans.
game in, I believe, February.
Yeah.
Like the worst time to start the game, huh?
Just after the Impalong would have ended, yeah.
And we had no idea, but we waited the year, and by that time, we were there at the Impalong, being the people to imp things. Well, I think we're at the Impalong because it's starting to lag, and I see a lot of people.
Yeah.
Look at all these people.
It's crazy. This is one of the only events that can draw this many people, I think.
Does anybody see their names? To me, that looks like a giant blob of white names. I don't know. So many names.
Now, one of the things that we wanted to do at this Impalong for this video was to sort of make it kind of like a how to do stuff at the Impalong, like what to do and how to do it.
Yeah, this is going to be exciting.
Yeah.
So what do I do now that we're here?
Well, there's a couple things that you can do. Let's first talk about what you would do if you were, let's say, a new player. Okay, so if you're a new player,
right-click the ground and you disembark onto the land.
That's right.
For
That's
people that
right,
haven't watched
yeah.
any of our other videos. Anyway, keep going.
So if you're a new player, pack up your cart, pack up your boat with all of the tools that you have, and just come. Come to the Impalong. Find your way. If you don't have a means to get here, then hitch a ride with somebody. A lot of people are offering others rides.
And before you actually get here, you should turn down your settings. Yeah, turn down your settings. I had to turn down. I remember last year we got into local and basically just crashed. Everyone was just crashing, but it was just after Wurm 1.0, and
that's right.
Hello, whoa. I'm looking inside of somebody's head. Anyway, so we went to local and basically crashed. So this year seems to be a little better. Last year was just after Wurm 1.0. We just got multi-story. We just got avatars. It wasn't optimized. This year does seem a bit better. Turn off GLSL shaders.
Oh, that's a huge one. GSL, whatever it is. GLSL.
GLSL right here in the compatibility mode.
Yeah.
Graphics, I turned them all down. I turned them down lower than most just because I'm streaming this and recording this.
Yeah, you're streaming, and I turned down lower than most because I want to run 2 characters here.
You're running 2 characters here? Who's the other character? I don't know. So let's go to local here. So exactly, where were we? So after you turn on the graphics and you get here, what do you do after that?
Well, after that, it really depends on what you want to do. I mean, again, if you're that newbie who brought all your tools, then you take your tools and you bring them to, well, various places. But the main one that you want to go to is
let's take a look. Come on, let's
Smithsonian.
Go. Smithsonian.
Yeah. Now I lost you, so I have no idea what we're streaming here. So
I am in the Smithsonian.
Oh, you're in the Smithsonian. Excellent.
That's a lot of people. Everyone's in the Smithsonian. Is anyone not in the Smithsonian? Look at how many people there are here.
Yeah, this is one of those rare events. You won't really see this many people in one place.
If you guys are in the Smithsonian and watching, wave right now so I know which one of you guys are watching. Of course, 10-second delay. Anyway, you can keep talking about what we're doing here.
Yeah, so each one of these forges should be labeled something, or some of them are not labeled, but there'll be one for armor, one for weapons, one for blacksmithing tools, and you got to sort them. So if you have blacksmithing tools, you throw them into the forge with the blacksmithing tools, and you got a whole bunch of people standing in front of them imping away, just imping and imping. And there's hundreds and hundreds of items in here that are being imped at this very moment.
All right, we got a couple people.
Oh, before you throw them in there, though, you need to make sure that you put your name on it. So rename the item with your name so that people know where that item goes back to.
I will play the newbie.
Yep.
And I will get an item. So whoever's watching this, if you also have no idea what we're doing, you can watch this. What do I have? I've got a sickle that's 34 quality. So what do I do?
Sickle's a good one.
I right-click it.
Okay, so
I
rename it with your
name. Done.
Look, they're getting ready for the cow racing, it looks like.
Okay, let's do this quickly and we'll head to the cow race. How do I know which forge to put it in?
Okay, well, these ones aren't named, so you got to keep going down the line until you find the one that's named.
Blacksmithing
Sickles
here.
Happen to
Armor.
be weaponsmithing.
Yeah, I noticed there's a whole bunch of items that are kind of like you don't know where they go, like dredges. Where does dredges go? Carpentry? Well, it's a blacksmithing item. So blacksmithing?
The problem with putting it in a forge is that a dredge will pretty much burn.
So you put it in the carpentry section, and then
hope
all of us carpenters are just sitting there like, can't imp this thing. Cause
Although I think that they have placed a coffin here for items like that.
So I just
I don't know.
I just dump it into the forge that says weapons.
Weapons. Now, hopefully, there is room.
There was
here
room.
it is. Nice. Okay, so there is, in fact, a coffin that is specifically for wooden shields and dredges.
Oh.
And there are 8 dredges in here.
You are correct. There is one. So that's good.
Yep.
So we know what to do with those. Because we were here earlier today. I think you were here. I was here for a bit, and I was imping stuff, and I actually turned somebody's rope tool rare. So somebody
remember whose it was?
lucky. Somebody that started with a K, I'm thinking.
Okay. So if your name starts with a K and you placed a rope tool in the carpentry room,
and you took it back rare, I
maybe a
turned it
winner.
rare, apparently. So yeah, I was imping some stuff. That was interesting. Somebody gets a nice rope tool. So where exactly? Now that we talked a little bit about how it works, what's the end? Somebody imps it. If you're an imper, you just come here and you just start imping. There's a little bit of other things that you need to do, but I think we're missing this cow race. So let's go straight to that. What's going on here? Look at this.
While we're going to the cow race,
I can't see anything.
Where did you go?
Oh, here we go.
I'm completely lost. If you are
I'm
an
at
imper,
the cow race.
you're going to need a couple things. Like you're going to need some iron, or potentially a log or some string. And there are specific people that you have to send tells to, and they will give you the items that you need. There's also food available, water, and again, you have to find the right people. You just send a tell into local, find the right person. Wow, this is awesome. Yeah, have it all lined up, ready to go.
Completely not listened to anything you said the last couple minutes. So there's this cow race happening. I can see local. I don't know if they're doing it in local, if they're going to be talking. I don't. Is this starting soon? I'm just going to stand here just in case.
I don't know.
So I assume what's going to happen and what this looks like. This looks like a big giant circular track, and they're just going to do 1 lap or something like that around. Oh, 2 laps.
Maybe more. I don't know.
Maybe they'll say something in local.
I'm trying to find the place where they're saying the instructions.
Yes, you do that, and I will sit behind these bars.
They are talking in local about winning the. All right.
And tell me quickly, do you guys want me to run around with the cows, or you want me to stay here?
I've never seen a cow race before, or a horse race, or a boat race, or anything like that. So this is my first.
Oh.
Oh, false start.
Yeah.
Battle Pants recommends going up to the lighthouse.
Going up to the lighthouse.
You tilt your angle up a little bit.
How am I going to get there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it straight that way? There's probably a... I'd have to go to the other side.
Yeah.
I'll just
There's
run
a lot
around.
of fences going on here. Yeah,
Or
you
not.
can run around.
How do I get around? Not this way. Not that way.
Oh, I see a bunch of people lining up in front of the lighthouse. You'd have to go all the way around. You see where that person's running down the line there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Although I am walking really slow right now.
Yep, that's the right way, I think.
I don't know. Do you, should I just be down here?
Yeah, I don't know. Now I know a lot of people were asking like how long does the Impalong last for? And from what happened last year and from just what people are saying, it seems like the Impalong has no set time. It's just everybody come, everybody have fun, everybody do their thing, and head back home when you're ready to head back home. And it's sort of like, kind of reminds me of just like an awesome week-long party at a friend's house. You know, it's just hang out, have fun. Some people might stay 2 weeks. Some people might show up after a week. You know, so if you're afraid like you're missing it, and you want to come
to end this sentence.
Yeah.
4.
There it goes.
3, 2.
Just come
1.
anytime that you're ready to come. And here we go.
There you go. Look at them go. They're going so fast. Oh, some of them are galloping. That's faster than me.
Galloping cows. Galloping cows.
They're going faster than me. I'm not.
What are these, 4-speed
so
cows?
slow. Yeah.
Last time I remember, cows were going real slow.
You got. I can't focus on the name. Gia Meister, way in the lead. Okay, I'm not going to catch up, so I'm going to go all the way around and see who gets there first.
Yep. That's what I'm
Maybe if I take off some armor, what do you think? I can go
Here's
a little
some
bit faster.
answer. Is it 1 lap? Is it 1 lap? 1 lap. Yeah.
I just got to strip my armor off. That's what I got to do. Alright, going a little bit faster. At least I'm going to beat them around the corner.
I've also heard that that there's going to be a Deal or No Deal again this year. That'll be awesome.
It's still Gia Meister in first. By a long shot, second place. You've got Death.
And a tie.
Kilroth
At least on
and
my screen.
Nikki were very close to each other.
Yeah.
And here come the good participants. You get a participant ribbon. Participation ribbon. Yeah, so there you go. Congrats to the winner. I have no idea what they win, but I'm sure it's great.
Did the rules say anything about attacking other people's cows? That's typical.
Yeah, that's funny. So now that we talked about and we showed exactly what you do when if you're a new player wanting to get your items imped up, or if you're just wanting to get some items imped up, what do you do if you are a veteran player wanting to imp people's items, or if you're a player just wanting to imp somebody's items?
So I did mention that there are some people who are designated to pass out materials to everybody. So you got to find out who those people are. They'll change depending on who's online, but there are people who have permissions to get into the BSBs, and you just say in local, "I'm here. Can I get some iron to imp?" And then these people are looking for you.
I was seeing before that they might give you access to the house, or are they only giving certain people access to the house?
I don't know. It seemed pretty open. You know, they'll. I think that if you ask around, you might be able to get access to the house.
But if all else fails, you just ask for some mats. Go up to the right
just ask for
place.
some mats.
Here, I'll show you guys. Wait, there's the cloth tailoring. Whoa, this one's the carpentry. So I'll do the carpentry since I have all my tools loaded up already. And I would do the masonry, but I go in there and it's like, what do I imp? This fountain? No.
Snowmen are already out. That's awesome.
They are? Whoa, there's a lot of people here. Yeah, so I think they're just in these coffins. Yeah, there you go. And
Yep. And
there's a whole bunch of items.
Are there items, masonry items?
There
in
are
waiting
no,
for
no.
you?
There's no masonry item.
Oh, okay.
I walked in there.
I'm like,
in the
dude, my
carpentry item.
grindstone.
So the rules are that you're only supposed to imp to 70. So you're only supposed to get your items imp to 70 because there's so many items and can't possibly get to all of them if you imp all the way to 90 or imp all the way to 80 or whatever. It gets harder and harder and takes up more time every time. But 70 is a good median. You know, it's still a high level item and it's not, doesn't take too long. It still takes quite a while. So here's some rope tools. You just pick one and then you just start imping. Just make sure no one else is imping it. Or else that would be funny. You like start imping it and then it finishes.
Or it fails.
It fails.
Yeah.
I remember that happening last year a lot.
Yeah.
So this is it. I think I have a video very similar to this from last year's Impalong.
Yeah.
Of me just sitting here doing this. And you know you're at the Impalong because you can hear a crap ton of people just imping away.
Clanking away.
Clanking away. Oh.
Yeah.
So you might want to play some music or do something over that. Unless you love that sound. The sound of workers. That's basically the sound of Wurm right here. The
That's
sounds of Wurm. Hammering away.
Now
so
another thing that you can do here is get some skills up that you wouldn't normally. Like if you get, you know, let's say you're an armor smith, you have really high armor smithing, and you're like, you know what? I want to work on my blacksmithing, or I want to work on my weaponsmithing. Well, there's a ton of low-level items still, like just sitting there in the forge, like 20s. Here's a knife that's like level 10, and you can just imp these things up and get some skill for it. So I know that I'm going to be working on my weaponsmithing, even though my weaponsmithing's only like 50 or something.
So you heard it here, folks. Adam, a 99 blacksmith, will be ignoring your blacksmithing tools and instead working on his weaponsmithing. There you go.
Oh, don't you worry. I'll be doing my share of blacksmithing as well. I think I've already. I think I'm going to keep track this year, because last year I couldn't remember how many tools I imped. So this is the first day, and I've already imped 23 items on the blacksmith at 70. So I'm feeling pretty good.
Pretty comfortable
about that. Pretty comfortable that I'm doing my share. So I'll definitely be doing some weaponsmithing as well.
And if you are a little OCD, you will hate being here, because as soon as you finish imping all of the items, like all the rope tools, somebody dumps another rope tool in there. And like all of them were beautifully 70 points. And if you are a veteran, or you are imping and you're a veteran, imp it a little bit above 70. Don't just do 70.1, 70.08. You know, a little more. Let them use it a few times before that 70 goes away.
Especially if it's a horseshoe or
you don't have to.
A lantern. Yeah. No, one thing that I'm doing is I look through all of the items in it. If I see it's just above 70, I'll give it a little bit of a bump to 71. I'm imping everything to 71, I think. That's
not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go, you know, 70.5, somewhere around there.
Now there is another thing that I wanted to talk about related to the Impalong. But before I do, by the way, I want to just say to everybody that we're going to be doing similar thing as we do in most of our live streams, and that's a question-answer period. So at any time during the live stream, you can ask your question in the chat. You'll need to log into your Twitch account or make a Twitch account, and you can just type in a question, and we'll either answer it on the spot or answer it during a question-answer period. Adam, where's your hat? Do I have a hat normally? Oh, I guess you're referring to Feyran's hat.
Yes.
Yep.
Let's go with that.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay, so the one thing I want to talk about that is besides the imping, besides the events that you can get involved in, there's also something that you'll notice a lot of people talking about, and that's the sermons, the priest sermons. Now, if you're not a priest or have no idea what a sermon is, or you don't know the protocol, I just wanted to give a heads up to help you out so that you may help our priests out with the sermons.
You can tell he's the priest and I'm not.
Yeah, one of my... Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
I just see a lot of, like, you know, the sermon will be announced and a lot of people are like, what do I do? What do I do?
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to, you know, make sure everybody's clear on what to do. The sermon is something that happens approximately every 30 minutes. A new priest can do a little preach, and this gives them a boost to their faith skill. So this is basically how much like favor they have to cast. So it's a way for them to skill up, basically, and it's a really efficient way to skill up, especially when there are many listeners around. So if there's a lot of people listening to the sermons, you get an insanely large boost to this skill, and this is a perfect event for this. Like, people are getting crazy amounts of faith at this event. Now, the sermons are happening right in the middle of the Smithsonian, so you'll see that's the massive group of people standing there. And when a sermon is announced, all you need to do is stand within 4 tiles of that area. So you don't have to be right up close. You can stand just in that general vicinity. Now, in order to be a valid listener, or in order for your presence to count towards that sermon, you need to be a follower of any deity. Okay, so if you're not a follower of a deity, then it's very easy to do so.
Why would I want to be a follower of a deity? Just to help you out?
Yeah, well, there's actually a really good benefit to being a follower, and that is you have the ability to sacrifice rare items for refreshes. That gives you full food and full stamina and full water bar. You might have heard of people saying, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you will probably have heard of people saying, take your rares and sacrifice them for a refresh. Okay? You can only do this if you're a follower. And in addition, you'll also help out all the priests who are doing sermons. So yeah.
So there you go.
So back to the sermons. If you are now a follower, so you need to, I think you need 10 faith, and then you need to ask somebody to turn you into a follower. Okay, you can be a follower of any deity. You just have to stand next to, within 4 tiles of the person who's doing their sermon, and just be there. And you will count towards increasing their faith. Okay, so they'll call it out in local, and when they give you that 1 minute, you know, timer, like in 1 minute a sermon is happening, you actually have 2 minutes to get there, because there's a minute for this, like a minute the sermon's going to start. The sermon takes a minute to cast, and if you're there by the end of that, you will count towards that sermon. People are getting like 1 full skill tick in 1 sermon at this place. That's insane. Like, imagine doing 1 action in any skill and getting a full level in it.
At a lower level, I assume.
At any level. If you're at 99 and you do a sermon, that gives you a full... You're at 100 in 1 shot. So it's actually quite amazing what's happening here.
Well, here's a question. Like, how should item enchants be handled, do you think, in your opinion? And I can't take credit for that question. Yeah.
Yeah. Because we can all see it on the screen.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks, Webbler, for asking that. Yeah. No. Item enchants is a tricky one. I think my feeling is that what they're doing is enchanting them right here. That's my feeling. So there's a cart here. People dump items in the cart, and they'll say their name. They'll rename the item with their name and what kind of cast they want. my feeling is that it should work just the same way as imping does. You know, if you're a priest, you just pick up an item and you just cast on it, and you're doing it for the goodness of the entire event. Like, you're doing it to help out everybody.
But
I've seen some people
high should a cast be before you stop enchanting that item?
That one's a hard one. I don't think that we can expect priests to get to that 70 mark for sure, because not all priests have that ability. For people that don't know how priesting works, I'll try to sum it up as a non-priest. It's like every time they cast a spell, it's like rolling the dice, rolling a 1 to 100 and whatever die, random die. But that dice, imagine that dice is extremely heavily weighted towards the lower numbers. Yeah. So they're like cast and all of their favor goes away, or their, what is it called, favor? It's called favor. And then they have to wait to fill up their favor again. It's like their mana, for people that don't know how priests work. And that takes a long time. How long would you say it takes to go from no favor to being able to cast Circle of Cunning by just regenning your favor? I'm sorry, just give me a second. I'm getting like a ton of tells telling me that it's my turn to go. Okay, so to go from 0 to, you need 50 favor in order to cast one of these spells. It might take an hour or so. Yeah, an hour and a half maybe. An hour and a half. Mm-hmm. And that's why there's all sorts of ways that you guys can get favor back faster. Sorry, I'm completely distracted. We won't get into that, but that's just how it is. So it takes a lot of items, and they just have to keep casting and keep casting until a cast lands and it's, you know, a half decent one. So if you do get an item and it's ends up being a, you know, pretty decent item with a nice cast, you know, feel lucky. There's a common misconception out there that a priest can imp a cast in the same way that a person can imp a weapon quality, like an item quality, and it's not even close to the same way. Like as Brian there said, it's like rolling a dice, and it's like if I roll a 50 and I get a 50 cast, and then I go to cast on it again, let's say I get a 40, it essentially tells you that you fail. And then you get a 30 and you fail again and again and again, and then oh, you got a 60. Okay, so imping to that 60 took casting on the item like a ton of times, and each time you're casting, you're using up favor and favor items, and it's costing you money to cast. So it's like, yeah, it's a lot. I'm like surrounded by buildings. Where do I go? I'm gonna go this way. So I'd say that, like, back to the original question, like what level should a priest end at? I think that it would be, you know, 50 or 60 is probably a good place to say let's move on. I don't know. Oh, I see. What do you think about that? Wait, where's everybody? Everybody's in here, right? Did you say that there is something happening soon? That was my... The sermon was happening, and it was my turn. I'm here. I wasn't anticipating that because I had calculated my turn to be at 10 p.m., but... is it happening now? I don't know. It had happened. I I was trying to read, like, about 5 people PM me, telling me it's my turn. Apparently, I must have missed it. Okay, so yeah, that's how much more about the Impalong do you guys want to know? How much more about the Impalong do you want to know, Adam? Do I want to know? I don't know. I mean, what I want to know is what other events are going to be happening. I've been told Deal or No Deal is going to happen, but I don't know when or where. And the only other event that I know of is the maze event that seems to be interesting. Where's the maze? Am I facing it?
No, I'm not. It's this thing, isn't it? It must be this thing called the maze. That's my guess. So apparently, see, we can't type and talk on the stream at the same time as you.
The problem is I don't think anybody knows that on my priest I'm live streaming. I don't know.
It doesn't matter. So is this?
So I'm just gonna. I apologize to anybody who's trying to talk to me right now. It's like a little bit overwhelming.
Yeah. So yeah, this is really tall. I guess each level is, I don't know, one big maze. It's gotta be some crazy maze. It's gonna take quite a while to get through. Accidentally get through. Oh, we've got the winner of the cow race. I won the cow race. Ha ha ha. Oh, let's do a moment of silence. Actually,
who won the cow race?
A moment of applause for the cow race.
Who won the
winner.
cow race?
There you go.
Who was it?
Gia251.
Gia251. Nice. Good
No,
job.
it was in the game. Gia something, right? Gia Meister? Huh? There. Gia Meister. Oh. So, yeah. There's somebody. Looking through the window. That's pretty funny. So when is the maze happening? Apparently, I can tell by just looking at this. 16 hours and 42 minutes.
Oh, there's a countdown.
There's the countdown.
Nice.
There you go,
okay,
guys.
so 16 hours would be tomorrow in the afternoon sometime. At least for us.
Not that it mattered. If you guys are watching this recorded, I will be uploading this to YouTube later. So, yeah. By the time you're watching this, it's probably over. So, anything else that we missed? Did we miss anything with the Impalong? Anybody want me to just run around now that I don't have a horse to actually run around fast? Where is this priest house?
You know what? The
People
priest
have a
house
hard
I think
time
has been nixed. I know, like I was having issues finding it. I eventually found it, but it seemed rather far away. And the issue was getting over there and then getting back for the sermons and then getting back over there. It was, but I think that they moved everything.
They moved
over
it.
to here, over to
this
the
tiny
Smithsonian.
mansion?
To the Smithsonian, so that everybody who is.
Is that why everyone's in that room and like no one else is in? I'm just gonna
It's
stand
actually
in
a
the
benefit.
masonry room as a mason, just out of principle.
It's a benefit to the preachers, because not only do you have all the people standing around doing the preaching and priestly things, you also have all the smiths to count towards the listeners. So yeah, it's kind of awesome.
There. We don't even get a coffin. How are we supposed to imp those grindstones? Doesn't everybody have a grindstone that they want imped?
Now, there is one other thing that I think that we wanted to announce.
There is?
Is it time to?
Time to announce what?
You know, that thing that we wanted to announce.
That it's Christmas?
We don't have to announce it if you don't want to.
Are you talking about the
that thing with the thing?
You're talking about our castle, aren't you? It's pretty much done.
It is pretty much done. We've spent a lot of time. Our villagers spent a lot of time. Brian, most of all, spent a lot of time.
No, he's just gonna laugh at me and run away. I barely saw the name. Yeah, so we spent a lot of time on the castle, and I know for people that have watched our previous videos that we keep mentioning that something might be happening, or I might be doing some kind of puzzle or something inside the castle. Essentially, now that it's done, I can reveal what's going to happen. We've had it locked except for the main building, and the castle, for people that don't know, is made up of 7... Is it 7? 7
Yep.
buildings together to make one giant mansion. And together they form one giant, what would you call it? Puzzle. Oh, I'm getting slapped in the face by Buddha. I don't think he liked that I was talking about the castle. No, anyway, yeah, it's going to make one giant... think of it this way. If you guys ever visited a giant mansion before, one of those old style ones, I know we have one here where we live that we can visit, and they have secret passageways, and, you know, passageways that lead to different sections, and essentially, I don't know how we're gonna word it because it's so fresh. I was working on it down to the wire. It's not completely done because we have been trying to decorate all the rooms and every single room.
But as Winx would say, that it will never completely be done. I don't think so.
Yeah,
either.
so it's done enough. It's the puzzle's working. Essentially the way that it works, and there's like a little story, and you can go there now. The main castle building is unlocked, but nothing else is unlocked yet. And I don't want to give away the whole story on here, but there's... I don't know if I want to give away the puzzle. What are you doing in the...
Well, okay, so here's what I...
Okay, you do it, because...
Okay, yeah. This is what... Okay, so one thing we for sure don't want to do is take away anything related to the Impalong. So there's a massive maze event happening tomorrow. There's, like, events happening all the time. So we decided that we're not going to make it like an event. Like, it's not like, come here at this time, and... Okay, this is just like... We're not too far from the Impalong. We're just up the stream a little bit. When you have a free time or whatever, you can come check out the castle. And the event is going to be a community event. It's not going to be a competition amongst yourselves, but it's more of a competition of the entire Wurm community against Brian.
It's not... now everyone's against me?
Yeah.
When did this happen? So, essentially, if you think of it this way, it's a one-time event. Will not be holding this exact puzzle again. And
that's right.
Once you guys are just going to go in and kind of try to solve it, people are telling me that it's really hard.
It is really hard.
We've had testers go through, and it doesn't seem as hard as I would have liked.
It's more than just a maze. It's not a maze or a labyrinth or anything. It's like a problem-solving puzzle.
Yeah.
Riddles and everything.
It's like a little adventure. It's like a little quest.
Adventure.
And you guys can share it amongst yourselves, try to solve it together.
Yep. Share answers, share ideas, because I don't think that any one person is going to be able to solve this on their own.
You know that one person will be like, you just said I can't do it? I'm doing it.
Well, there you go. You can go try to do it, but... yeah. And Winx says, be sure to say goodbye to your loved ones before entering that castle. You may never be seen again.
That's apparently the inside joke that everybody in our village has been saying. Don't go into the castle, you'll never make it out again. So we designed a coffin room for all the people that never made it out of the castle. And the first coffin goes to, of course, Beecher.
Yeah.
And people will know what that means that have watched one of our videos. I think it was in our village update. Never made it out. He sort of made it out, you know, from the top floor.
Yep.
Down to the ground. Anyway, so that is happening. Did we miss anything? We didn't say when it was happening. I don't know. I want to release it at some point this weekend. I think I'll just open it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let it distract you from the Impalong as much.
For sure, I'm going to be here for the maze, for this maze event, because I am going to win that maze event.
Yeah. You're going to win the maze event? Hopefully I can make it. That's happening tomorrow?
Actually, I might not be able to make it. What time is it at?
I know, tomorrow is such a busy day for us.
It is.
Everyone can say happy birthday to Adam because it's his birthday tomorrow. It's not his birthday tomorrow. We're celebrating his birthday tomorrow.
That's right. So that's what, yeah. So if I'm not at the maze event, it's because of that. But I want to be at that maze event because I
drunk at his birthday.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like a drunken maze run?
Yep.
Anyway.
Hopefully that the maze stays open afterwards if I don't make it for the actual event, that I could actually try it after. Because I'm really excited to try it. It looks like
we got a grindstone on the ground.
Oh, nice.
I don't actually have any rock shards though.
Huh. This guy looks different. I've never seen this outfit before.
Maybe there's some in
here. What is
here.
he wearing?
There are some in here. Why do I need 90s? I don't need 90s.
There are cloth. There are cloth clothing that are not the cloth armor.
Well, of course, I don't have access to this room. Anybody have access to this
room? Did you know
that? Sorry?
Did you know that there's cloth clothing that's not cloth armor?
There's cloth clothing that's not the armor. I did not know that. But I don't spend a lot of attention to cloth, unfortunately.
But you know, I think it's just, you know, I looked at that guy, I'm like, I've never seen that outfit before.
Oh,
and then there's a cloth jacket, and there's a cloth t-shirt. That's the difference. So you can go around looking like you're in a t-shirt, or go around and looking like you're in a jacket.
Oh, and somebody wants a high-quality whetstone.
I think I have a bunch of those in my inventory.
Webbler, how does it feel to be old? Yep, we're old.
Yeah. Achy.
My back hurts. I'm sitting on this chair.
Can't sit in front of the computer for as long as.
Wait, did that give me access? So hey, I would love a high quality whetstone. What is a high quality whetstone? What would you consider a high quality whetstone to be? 90?
Oh, somewhere in the 99 point something region.
9 point. You can't do that.
Well, then I'd settle for a 90. 90 plus. Do you have a 90 plus? Because if you don't, I think I have a couple somewhere.
I gotta look like I'm doing something. I'm gonna make one. Let's see if I have access. I'm gonna sit
here for an hour, like with the animation going, and then voila, there's your 99.
I've got. Hold on. I have my tool belt profiles going. If people, I don't know if people know. We had a video on that, right?
That's an old video. Yeah.
An old video. Tool belt profiles. Look at my tool belt go. It's like.
And every single time I
itself.
remember about that, I think I have to go back to that video and set up my tool belt profile because I never did, and then I never do.
Look at that.
I keep forgetting.
You can't even watch the video. Can't be bothered to set up I can't live without these tool belt profiles. I have no idea where my tools are in my inventory.
I've gotten so like, you know, I'm imping spears for weaponsmithing, so I have all my carpentry tools I need to have, and then I have to switch those with my skilling blacksmithing tools with my speed blacksmithing tools. Like I need those profiles, but I just keep forgetting to do it.
I did one. Yeah. Who wants a whetstone? Come down to the masonry house. The Feyran whetstone masonry house.
Oh, you got a high level rock shards. Okay, that's cool.
I probably should use... I don't want to use the 95 quality. Should I use the 95 quality ones? I just feel bad.
Yeah.
This is 92.5. That's good enough for the Impalong, right? I've already made two.
Yeah. At least I feel like I could replace those if needed. And that there's 238 of them. That's...
Whetstone. Alright. Just to let you know, absolutely nobody is on the way to the masonry house.
There is no lineup to get these high quality whetstones.
Anyway, so...
On my way.
So, I've only made two of them. I only need 2 people until I make another one. 3 people! I can do 3 people now. Unless somebody wants an 85 quality one. Or an 84.
Man, these forges seem to always have more. Like I'll imp like 10 items and then next thing I know the items are gone and they're replaced by 10 more items because
that's the fun of it.
Okay. Yep.
Alright, here we go. Absolutely nobody. 92.5. That's what it takes to get a 92.5 whetstone. I'm just going to start handing them out to everybody here. So if you don't want it, just close the trade.
What quality is your stone chisel? Oh, here they come. They're coming.
Yeah, you're going to have to talk for a bit because I can't do both at the same time.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, I had that same issue once. What's your stone chisel quality at?
I'm going to need to make more, guys. Probably not that high. I should have really taken more, shouldn't I? Whetstone.
Then what's your masonry skill at?
My masonry skill is at 93, but my stone cutting's only at 84. I've been meaning to work on that. When do I have time? Okay, I'm almost at 9. I don't have another one yet. I'm still trying to get another one out.
Especially since you're working on your leatherworking now.
Yeah, I started working on leatherworking. Just
something
as a hobby.
It's another skill that you have right now.
Just needed something
that you can use, that you can do at the Impalong, because you're at 70 now.
Oh yeah,
or 70 something.
All right, I'm just gonna start passing some of these out because I got, as long as it's above 90, I'm giving it to you. This is taking a long time.
See, this is where the crafting window would help. You don't have to go through all these menus every single time. You can just press the button.
I should have taken like 6 of them. I can make 6 at a time, but
yeah, but then putting them back would kind of mess it up.
I'll just keep making them until this is out. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the rest of the whetstones. If anybody wants them, I'll probably just throw them out.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Absolutely nobody.
What a name.
Alright, so yeah, that's the Impalong. We're giving stuff away.
That's pretty much the idea behind the Impalong. It's just, you want stuff? Here's stuff. And chances are,
Christmas cheer.
If you make some connections here, because there's like tons of people who have insane skills, like absolutely insane skills. You know, you make some connections, and next thing you know, you have hookups. You know,
you have friends. I mean, last year we knew nobody, and we went there. And we left, and we knew somebody. That didn't sound right.
You know what's funny is that at the last Impalong, we were the ones receiving the whetstones. Do you remember that?
Yes.
We went home with some 90+ quality whetstones, We were all like, yes, because we had no way of making them ourselves.
That's the exact reaction Adam had. Yes!
That's right.
Oh, yeah, that's funny. Yeah, we did go
Yep.
home with West. I was very happy, even though I don't really blacksmith, but it was something that we weren't able to have before. And now we're able to return the favor this year.
That's right.
You can make a lot of whetstones from one shard. That's a lot.
Are you still using that same shard?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm at 32. I've given away some. I'm still going. Yeah. Ooh. Remember when this stone chisel was 95 quality? It's not even close to that anymore.
What is it now?
It's down to 91. What?
I imped that thing to 97 quality for you.
That's what happens. There was this misconception, I remember, for a lot of new players, that they believe that since items or tools damage less when they're higher level, that it takes... How do I word this? It's like they will once you get a tool to 90, it will never go down. Like, it will never get damaged because it takes forever for it to get damaged. Like compared to a newbie tool where you use it once and it's like 1 damage already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not true. You can use it longer, but it doesn't last that long.
Does not, yeah.
I think I had one round where that thing was 97. Not even. And it was like...
The moment you cut into bricks, enough bricks to make a castle, they're all gone. It's done.
So any other questions, guys? While I focus on making this whetstone? Or anything else you want to say, Adam?
Well, at the moment I'm heating up my lump so that I can get back to imping. You know, that's what I'm going to be doing for a little while after this. I'll probably go back to weaponsmithing. Oh, another thing that I found out was that tomorrow, to kick off the maze event, they're going to do an ROS cast, which is really awesome.
On Delhi?
Yeah, right here. This as part of the
maybe you
Impalong
can
festivities.
explain what that means, or maybe we
No,
shouldn't. Don't
I
leave
think...
and ruin and try to waste your sleep on it. Okay, keep going.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like it only benefits people to know. It essentially will, if you are a follower or priest of Venora, and then you are online while this spell is cast. So yeah, ROS, it's called Rite of Spring. You will essentially receive full sleep bonus.
Wait, are these people wanting... I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, if you want a whetstone, just put your face like right in front of mine.
Yeah.
Or else I won't know why you're here.
So yeah, you'll get a full set of sleep bonus. So what you want to do to prepare for this is, number 1, use up all your sleep bonus right to the end, like just empty it. Number 2, make sure that you're a follower of Venora or a priest of Venora, but follower is enough. And if you're not a follower of Venora, figure out how to become one, and then just be on during the cast, which will be at the time that the maze begins. So check up the on the forums. I think Battle Pants. By the way, we haven't mentioned Battle Pants is the one, the big guy, the guy who's running this show.
He's running the whole show.
You ask anybody, I need to get in touch with the person that's running this thing. It's Battle Pants. Battle Pants.
So he has a lot of experience running these things. Why doesn't he just take over this show?
Not this show.
Oh,
but, the Impalong.
I can just watch it. I guess, yeah. So yeah, big ups to Battle Pants for actually wanting this chaos to happen on one of his deeds. So
Yeah.
there he is, Battle Pants, right in front of my face.
Yeah, there was one moment where I said, we should run it, and then we thought about it, and we're like, no. Man, oh man, no. There's a ton of stuff to do for this sort of thing.
Anybody see my whetstones? They're there.
And hats off to Battle Pants for taking on the, taking on the role.
I am not going to take that 22 quality whetstone. I'm sorry.
Here's my whetstone. Can I have another one? Yep.
Trade. You know what was really embarrassing once?
What's that?
Was going to trade with someone, and instead of trading with them, I accidentally hit join my village.
And did they join?
And they joined.
Yeah,
what do you
nice.
say to those people afterwards? Like, here's your package for joining our village. Goodbye, and then just kick them out.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.
Don't know.
What do you say? Whoops. Didn't mean to join you.
Whoops. Don't want to, you know. Oh, I don't know what to say to those guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's still in our village.
Really? Who is this?
I don't remember the name.
This is why we cannot get that village bonus up. The enchant bonus and everything, because we have so many people in our village.
I need to call our villagers that haven't shown up in a little while.
Yeah.
I feel bad because they could end up being trapped inside of a building or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah,
somebody else. That's somebody else's problem. That sounds like future us problem.
Yeah.
I will save a whetstone for you since I still have like 2, 4, 6, 7.
What, for me?
9, 10, 11. I have 11 over
somebody.
90. Yeah.
For a second there, before when you were saying that they could get trapped in a building, I thought you meant like in real life. Like, I'd feel bad kicking them out because, you know what? Maybe they're somewhere trapped in a building and can't log on.
They can log in.
Then it... No, I mean, like, in real life, it traps someone. Anyway, that's just my brain not working properly.
Yeah, that's quite funny, I must say. Anyway, I think that's it. No one has any more questions, I don't think.
Yeah.
Is the Impalong a good place to improve your skills or just get items up? Here, you do your take on it.
My take on it is a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B. Because, you know, when we were at the Impalong last year, like my blacksmithing was fine, but it still needed some improvement. Like I had no tools I needed imping, but what I needed was weapons imped. So all my weapons, like carving knife, sickle, and that sort of stuff, and any carpentry stuff, well, I would get Brian here to imp them for me. But I mean, let's suppose you have a really good, you know, your skill's 70 or 80 or 90 in something, and you want to get that skill even higher. This is the perfect place to do it. And in addition, get all those tools that you can't imp yourself imped up to 70. So yeah, I'd say it's both.
Yeah, and my take on it, based on the experience that I had last year and this year, is that if you wanted to optimize your skill gain, episode 10...
Episode 10.
I don't know. This isn't the place to do that.
I agree. This
is not, because there's so many items and you start like queuing up all the items, and by the time you get to like the second or third item, somebody else has imped it and ruined your imping skill gain queue prowess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried that last year, and no. If you just, imp one item or imp two items at the same time, it could potentially work. You can get skill gain. It's not.
It was working this morning when there were less people on. I was able to do a 5-item queue, but once people started logging in, Oh, a sermon's happening. Get your
in
butt
1
to the
minute.
sermons.
All right, everyone to the sermons. Where is it again?
In the middle of the Smithsonian.
I already don't know where I am. There it is.
Do people imp your boats? I think that would be a specialty item. Boats. You probably could convince somebody.
Yeah, you'd ask somebody. This is my boat name. Just make sure you don't have a strange boat name like
That brings back memories of all the boat names that have just...
There was an SS explosive diarrhea.
Yeah,
that we always had to... we always had to go past. I'm like, oh no, we have to... There... Oh yeah, anyway.
Yeah, with boats, there's no station set up for imping boats, but I'm sure you can find somebody here who can imp your boat up.
Yeah, I'm sure there's lots of people here that actually have good boat imping skill. Where is it right here?
The other thing that you need to know about the Impalong is you gotta be patient. Yeah, you just stand right there. That looks good.
Where is the altar? Oh, it's behind everyone. Yeah. I can't see them because there's too many people.
Embedded in this massive crowd of people, yeah. You have to be patient because if you drop your tools in and at the end of the night your tools haven't been imps yet, you got to understand that there's hundreds and hundreds of tools here and there's really not that many people imping. So, it might take a couple days. It also you might log out or find that when you come back that you can't actually grab your tools anymore, and in that case you'll just have to say in local that you can't grab your tools, or if you know who to send a tell to, one of the organizers, then they will be able to grab your tools for you.
I'm holding 72 healing covers.
Why?
I
know why. I know why. But I'm not gonna say.
Well, you'll have to tell me later. So, did this happen? I want to see what does a sermon look like?
It sort of looks
a mass
like
of people.
The problem with this sermon is that you see it in the event log window, and the problem is that because there's 50 people in this room, the event log window is being spammed by like 1,000 other things.
I assume someone will say in local that it's done. So you just stand here. Let's just stand here and.
In fact, they're actually doing the whole thing in a IRC chat.
In an IRC chat?
Yeah.
Is that the best they can do? What does that mean?
Well,
you have to hit F1 for this console window, type in
That's right.
IRC. Oh, and then it comes up here. Okay.
Yep.
What is the channel? /join #, hashtag what?
Yeah, hashtag Impalong.
Impalong. Not Impalong priests, Impalong sermons.
Just Impalong.
And it says that, oh, I've been slapped with a trout.
Yeah, I got hit by that trout earlier for not paying attention to my turn. It was my turn in the sermons.
Hello, how are you?
That was really fishy. Anyway, and there's Frolic. Hey, Faye. He's really excited that I'm in the channel. Yeah! The excitement sort of kind of faded away already. Anyway, that's how you get into IRC chat. And specifically join your own channel. Like sometimes I keep forgetting to do this. We'll just join factional fight. You can make up your own channel. And then you're in that channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't done that in a while.
Now I'm in a factional fight channel that I just made up.
Yeah. And we would be in that channel for a while. It's a really handy tool for talking with people that aren't in your alliance or aren't in your village, but are hanging out or helping you out with something. Or it's like instead
we
of
use this
using
a lot when we were doing when we were lowering that mountain down.
The surface mining. Yeah, we had a ton of people come, and we would just use that channel. A channel there, factional fight. We would be in there for just randomly.
So
people knew we were in there randomly. This is one of the only ways to talk to a group of people that are cross-server. Because anybody in the entire game, even if you're on Epic, you can talk to somebody in Freedom using this.
That's true. If you want like a group chat, I think it's one of the only ways in-game. Yeah. Anyway, something that people sometimes use. The only issue is that every time you log in, you have to rejoin it that exact same way. I don't know if there's I don't know if there's a way to automate that process. There might be. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
There probably is.
I would like to know. That would be cool to know.
I can actually think of a way. Yeah. It would have to
maybe
be
for another episode.
You would have to link it to like a button, and you just like press a button, and then it loads up and joins channels and stuff.
Yeah. It's possible. Okay. Well, I mean, so you're like external third-party method, not in-game.
It would be like the tool belt profile.
Gotcha.
I recommend doing the tool belt profile.
I
can't live without it. Oh God, there's so many red boxes here. You're welcome. What else we got? Freedom, CA. That guy needs to check. Is there a way to check the map?
The map.
There must be more of that question somewhere. No, there's not. So no, yes, depending on how.
Are they talking about an in-game map?
Apparently, Winx's whetstone was it was special to her. So
the one that she was trying to send you.
Why would I want it? You can have it. Wow. When is the Impalong? It's right now. The Impalong's right now. And local is just kind of going. Is that all the questions? I think that's all the questions. I mean, and the answer, I'm going to try to sound smart here, that you can actually edit the auto-run text that's located inside your Wurm folder in your default profile or whatever profile that you're using, which is normally, depending on what computer you're using, you just got to find your Wurm folder. You can edit that file to automatically start IRC when Wurm starts.
Yeah, I have no idea how to do that.
Well, somebody does. And I think, I don't know, did the sermon happen? I'm not even paying attention.
It did happen.
It did happen? Did somebody say that it happened? And I missed it.
It's customary for this person who was preaching to announce to everybody what their skill gain was, just because everybody's curious how well it was, and I don't think this person did it, but somebody asked for it. Somebody asked for them to post it, so I saw that and I realized they must have done it.
Yeah, I'm leaving. It did happen. Okay.
It happened a while ago, yeah.
Alright, well, I think that pretty much covers the Impalong. No last minute questions, no last minute local. I mean, I can sit here and just like say the text that's going on in local. I can just act like people. I think that would just be boring though. Like, can anyone get in this blacksmithing coffin? And and somebody else said, can a priest improve WOA spells in my chisel? It would be like a lot of that. I think that would be boring. So yeah, just come down to the Impalong and join us and have fun. Even if you're on Epic, just like come here, make some items, put the items down, and then
if ever you want to play on Freedom, you'll have a full set of tools.
Of 70 quality tools.
And weapons.
You can strut around the Green Dog or whatever server and just be like, look at my tools. I just started playing. You could get these tools too. And yeah, and if you're here, I'm excited for the Christmas present. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I'm very excited.
Maybe they'll accidentally give out the gnomes again. For all the people last year, they accidentally gave out the gnomes,
I
which
wish
was
I
the
had grabbed one of those.
and not the hat. Everyone's wearing the hat, thinking, "Man, I wish I had that gnome."
Yep.
Dang it! If I just knew that I had to go to Santa, who spawns
Although
at
you
the
see all the people wearing the hats this year, and a lot of people who weren't there last year are probably thinking, "Man, I wish I had a hat."
Apparently those gnomes played a song when they first handed them out, and people were so annoyed that they got rid of it.
Really? Man.
Stop complaining, people!
I know, stop complaining. Get rid of stuff that you...
I didn't even hear the song. We joined after they got rid of it.
I know, people complain too much.
Anybody have a video of it? I would really like to hear that song.
Yeah.
That would have been nice.
Somebody probably spent a lot of time on that, and then people complain about it and hurt their feelings.
Anyway, Impalong. Join the IRC channel if you can't come. That's one way to go without actually going. And I think that's it. We will be having the opening of our castle soon. I think I'm going to go after this. After I hang out at the Impalong a bit, I'm just going to open it. And people can come explore and take a look.
And keep a look on the forums. I'm going to make a big post about it. There's a little teaser video that Feyran put together.
I wasn't going to make the trailer. Think about the trailer. I was not going to make a trailer because I don't have time to make a trailer. But
yeah,
I don't know. I figured might as well spend. I spent like an hour, and I just put something really quick together. Most of the time was trying to find a song for it, and
so what he's trying to tell you is don't expect much from the trailer.
Yeah, don't expect it together. I whipped it together in under an hour.
Yeah.
But yeah, it shows like a couple shots. I don't know. It's just supposed to highlight the rest of Adam's post. And just wait for that. Actually, don't wait for that. Just go down to the castle when you have some time. After you've imped like a bunch of items or dropped down, if you're waiting for your items to be imped, it's just a little north of us at our place, I guess we should say, called Autumn Twilight. That is our deed. I don't think you can miss it if you just follow the water. To the north. To the north?
Yeah.
To the north.
Somebody is to the north of
I
the...
I know what I'm talking about, I think.
Somebody was asking earlier, is it hidden away in that cove over there? I'm like, no, it's not hidden. You cannot miss it. It's the one with the big tall walls that are standing out in the middle of the water. Yeah, you can't miss it. People think that they're eyesores. I don't know. Maybe.
You can't miss it. Just come on up and follow the water. You'll eventually make it there. We actually made an entrance on that side. Sort of completed it recently. Sort of. Everything's sort of completed. That's how it always is in this game. Anyway, join us at the Impalong, join us at our castle, and we'll see you guys this weekend, hopefully. We'll be hanging out at the Impalong. And going to Adam's party and getting drunk. So we'll see you guys at the next episode if you guys aren't going to join us. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Have happy holidays.
Yep, happy holidays, everyone.